Hey, I'm Jay, and I'm here to tell you grief is not who you are. It's who you've conditioned your subconscious mind and nervous system to be. Here's the science. Every thought you have fires a neural pathway in the brain. That firing creates a chemical release that we call an emotion. And every time you repeat those thoughts and emotions, your autonomic nervous system releases those same chemicals into your body. Over time, those pathways wire together. Your body memorizes the emotions until it's running grief on autopilot. That's what most people describe as waves or the roller coaster. That's why grief feels permanent, not because it is, but because your system has been conditioned to keep reliving it. Neuroplasticity tells us that the brain can rewire itself at any age. Neural pathways can change. The nervous system can regulate in new ways, but only if you interrupt the familiar pattern and choose something new. Most people don't. They wake up every day, think the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, and behave the same way. The cycle conditions them into what Dr. Joe Dispenza calls the familiar past and the predictable future. Nothing changes because the brain and nervous system have been wired for what's predictable, and we've been taught to call that our new normal. I know because I lived it for years. For almost 5 years after Larissa died, I repeated the same thoughts and feelings every single day. I believed grief was my identity. I believed I'd never be happy again. What I didn't understand was that I had trained my subconscious and my nervous system to keep me stuck in grief, telling myself that it was proof of love. But once I learned the science, I realized something powerful. If I had wired myself into this state, I could rewire myself out of it. And that's exactly what I did. I chose to break the pattern. I chose to create new neural pathways, to regulate my nervous system into a different state, and to use neuroplasticity to literally change what my mind and body expected. That's when everything shifted. My kids got their dad back, I got my life back, and I proved to myself that healing wasn't about waiting for time to pass. Healing was a conscious choice to stop living from the familiar past and start creating a new future. So here's my question for you. If grief is just a pattern your subconscious and nervous system have memorized, what would it mean to finally interrupt it, to rewire it, to recondition it? If you're ready to explore that, it's exactly what I teach. Reach out and I'll send you a link to my calendar. And remember, grief is not love, healing is.